back to the channel. Today I want to do a spirit box session with Madison Geraldine Scott. She's a Canadian missing person. She disappeared on Saturday, May 28th, 2011, after a birthday party she attended at Hogsback Lake, 25 kilometers southeast of Vanderhoof, British Columbia. The REM pod just went off. So she was at a campground with her truck. She had a tent set up. She had a little campground spot on the lake. Her parents, understanding her independence but concerned that they hadn't heard from her in almost 2 days, went to go check on her and found her collapsed tent and locked pickup truck abandoned. They asked a friend who was camping nearby whether they saw Scott or not, and they hadn't. Dawn called the RCMP soon after arriving at Hogsback and reported the disappearance. So I'm going to go ahead and do a spirit box session with Maddie. I have her picture set up. I have the S7 spirit box set up with the J portal, so the J portal amplifies the spirit box. And the spirit box is like an FM radio scanner. It scans radio frequencies and then words come through that are relevant to the questions. And another thing I noticed too is that sometimes there's some cuss words that come through. And so I was thinking also that those words would not be on a radio station. Like they're not going to be saying some of the things that have been coming through, especially with the Stephen Smith case. So I'm going to be doing a follow-up video with him also. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have some questions set up. Oh, and then one other thing I wanted to show you. So there's a new app called the Ghost Tube Seer app. And so you hold it up and you hold it up with your camera and then it actually pulls images up. So what I did with this one is I held it up to Maddie's picture here, and this is the image that came through. Hopefully you can see it okay. But it looks like a man digging a hole. So I thought that was really strange. He's got brown hair, he looks kind of young. Hopefully you can see that okay. And he's digging like a large hole somewhere. So I thought that was interesting, that was the first image that came through when I pointed it at Maddie. So I don't know if there's someone that maybe resembles him, brown hair, blue polo shirt, shorts, I don't know. So I did a second image, and it's like stars. It's like the universe, the sky with some clouds, a lot of stars, and then a huge star there. So that was interesting to me that those were the two images that came up. So I'd like to ask my spirit guides to come forward. Can you give me any information about Madison Geraldine Scott?
Feathers.
It says feathers. What do you mean by feathers? Can you give me information about what happened to Madison Geraldine Scott? She disappeared on May 28th, 2011, after a birthday party at Hogsback Lake in Canada. What can you tell me about her disappearance? I heard like my chest. Can you give me more information about what happened to Madison Scott? I guess they call her Maddie. I heard like some friend's energy. Amelia. Who's Amelia? It was a catastrophe. Can you tell me what happened to Maddie Scott after she was camping? It sounded like it said she was lying there.
Fighting.
Fighting? Who were you fighting? It said a man. Did you know this man? Was this a friend that did something to you at the campground? It said anger. Maddie Scott, if you're here with me, can you say your name loud and clear? I heard something like about a mama. It was a mama. Mandy Scott, did you know the person that was involved with your disappearance? Was he at the party with you?
Many deaths.
Many deaths? Does this have anything to do with your friend that was found murdered?
You're safe here.
Rip John Johnson? Does this have any connection with his death? I know he was a friend that was found murdered. Are your deaths connected?
Darkness.
Darkness? Did someone come in your tent and do something? I heard like the boys, they are sick. Are you talking about the boys at the party? I think I heard yes. Was your friend Jardy involved in your death? It sounded like it said something like they need to know. Maybe it said they know. Did something happen between you and your friend Doherty at the party? It said in heaven.
Scream.
It says scream. Did you get in a fight with someone at the party? If your friends were involved, can you say friend? I heard like Maddie. It sounded like it said the R word. Can you tell me what the motive was for hurting you? It sounded like something like security. Did this have anything to do with drugs? It sounded like it said the guy got me. What guy? I thought I heard the R word again. It said you did. Is this about like a sexual thing?
Wrong.
Wrong. So was it about a drug related thing? Was this about a boy that you liked and he said he didn't like you? He just wanted to be friends? Is Madison Scott earthbound? Yes or no? It said like no in a young girl's voice.
English.
It says English. Why'd you say English? I'm hearing a woman's voice coming through. It says we can knock. Is Maddie Scott in water somewhere? It sounded like it said not completely. Is she in the lake near the campground? It seemed like the lake was searched with a sonar. They didn't find anything. If Maddie Scott is in water, can you say water? Is Maddie in the woods somewhere? Was Maddie buried somewhere? It sounded like it said the ocean. What ocean? If anything comes near it, it'll light up. I have a few more questions. How far from the campground is she? I heard like 29. Is that 29 miles? How many miles from the campground is Maddie Scott? Did you say 29? Go take a look. Is she in woods somewhere or near grass, like a grassy area? It said encouraging. Was the picture that you showed me, was that the man involved? Does he have brown hair? It sounded like it said sort of. What colored hair does the suspect have? Can you tell me what the last thing is that you remember from the campground? How many people were involved? Who took you from your tent? I heard like a guy with blonde hair. Were you in your tent and someone came in and attacked you? Kind of, it sounded like. Did you know this person? I thought I heard friend and then yeah. What's his name? The REM pod's going off. Can you light up all the lights on that device?
Died a long time ago.
Died a long time ago. That's why we need to get answers, like your family is still looking for you. Where would you tell your family to search? Where would they start searching?
Healthy.
It says healthy. Where do your parents need to go to find you? Does this have something to do with the guy that you said you liked, but he just wanted to be friends?
Occurrence.
Occurrence? If this was someone at the party, can you say party? There were reports that there was a stranger at the party.
Gravestone.
It says gravestone. Is there a gravestone marker where you are? Are there any landmarks or signs or street names near where you are? Maddie, Scott, if you're here, will you say your name really loud? I thought I heard Scott. Can you say your first name? It said Madison Scott. Can you say your middle name? It sounded like it said Geraldine. I just want to get answers about what happened to you. Can you give me anything that would help us?
Tunnel.
It says tunnel. Are you near a tunnel? Can you tell me the name of the tunnel? Is the tunnel near the campground? What's the name of the tunnel? I heard, it sounded like it said a little tunnel, and then it said like 53. What's 53? of it? Is there a street near the tunnel? A street name? A bend. A bend in the road? The lights. It says hole. Are you in a hole near a tunnel? It sounded like it said yes. Who put you near the tunnel? Who put you there? What about Fribjon Bronson? He was found murdered and decapitated. Does his death have any connection to yours? Did he have something to do with your disappearance? I thought I heard like he did. Was he at the party? It sounded like he was. Did he do something to you at the party?
Knocking.
Knocking? What's knocking? If the stranger at the party had something to do with your disappearance, can you say stranger? It sounded like it said stranger. So a stranger that you didn't know did this? If I was to look, and the REM pod's going off again. If I was to look at a map, where would I start to look for you? What other information can you... Relative. What other information can you give us that would help find you? Is there a friend or someone that knows information that they're not telling? In the light? I want peace. I just want to get you justice and peace.
I know you.
I know you. I just want justice and peace for you and your family. That's why I'm doing this. Is there any information that you could give us that would help find you, like right away?
Brother.
Brother? Why do you say brother? It said in the shadow. Where are you now? Are you happy?
Charles.
It says Charles. Who's Charles? Is that the name of the suspect? It sounded like it said it is. Who's Charles? Do you have a last name? It sounded like it said, I don't know it. Is this someone that was at the party?
The children are listening.
The children are listening. Does this person have something to do with your disappearance? It sounded like it said helped. How many people were involved? Well, I'm sending prayers to you and your family. Do you want to say anything else to family or friends before I go? Are you around your family? It said you bet. Are you happy where you are? Can you say happy? Do you want justice? Can you say justice? I heard like driving. Can you tell me anything else that would help your case? You would be like 31 now.
Remove.
It said I'm gone, and then it said remove. I'm gone, and then remove. Who removed you? Why? Why would anyone do that to you? Anger. Why were they mad? Why were they angry? Can you say anything else before I go?
Gruesome.
It says gruesome. I'm sorry that happened to you. I just want to help find you so your parents get closure. It said sure. So any messages about where to look? Will you be found soon? Do you know?
Happened here.
It said pray and then happened here. Well, I'm praying that you're found soon and that your family gets closure. Thank you for talking to me. Goodbye. It said happy. Well, that's the end of the Spirit Box session with Maddie Scott. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to make it a little more interesting this time. I know I've had a few comments about different things in the video, so I'm always trying to improve it. It says we can knock, and it said knocking and knock a few times on that one. So thank you for watching and have a good night. Bye.